Dianne Francis Senior Fellow, Atlantic Council. President Biden delivered a reasoned speech declaring America's unwavering support for Ukraine. He underlined the U.S. desire to build a stable, predictable relationship with Russia and highlighted America's use of sanctions in a measured and proportionate way. Biden ended with a blunt request to de-escalate. Meanwhile, European leaders have scrambled to react to Russia's buildup but have so far merely held meetings. Putin's response to this has been to immediately escalate further by blocking the Kerch Strait and sending in warships from the Caspian Sea to patrol the waters off Ukraine. The West simply cannot comprehend that Putin doesn't want a peaceful and stable relationship with America, Europe, or any of his neighbors. He has no intention of de-escalating in the face of the West's mix of weak deterrence and paralysis. Only far tougher measures will have any impact. The West must beef up sanctions against Russian oligarchs and major Russian corporations while blocking the Kremlin's geopolitically important energy pipeline projects such as Nord Stream 2. Proportional military steps should also be taken, including the deployment of warships to the Black Sea and several thousand troops from NATO countries inside Ukraine until Russia stands down. Alyona Jutmanchik, Director, New Europe Center. From a diplomatic point of view, the Western response has been quite positive. We can only speculate over where Russia's tanks would be now if there had been no signals from G7 countries, and especially the US, in recent weeks. It is good to see that unlike in 2014, the threat of a major Russian escalation is being taken seriously. Western calls for Ukraine to do nothing in 2014 resulted in today's situation, with 7% of the country under Russian occupation. However, questions remain. To what extent can we talk about a unified Western response? In recent weeks, the tone of the messaging coming from the US and EU has diverged noticeably. European leaders have also prioritized speaking with Putin over contacting Ukraine's President Zelensky. The second key question is whether political statements will be followed by concrete actions. This remains to be seen. The current crisis highlights the need for bold new strategies towards both Russia and Ukraine. Here in Kyiv, we would like to see Washington, and not only Moscow, demonstrate a readiness to raise the stakes on Ukraine if necessary. Putin should be provided with an unambiguous menu of sanctions and other steps that he will face in the event of a new offensive. Construction of Nord Stream 2 should be decisively blocked. One crucial dimension of deterrence is greater Western backing for Ukraine. This should include diplomatic, military, and reform support. There needs to be more direct engagement with Ukraine and solidarity visits to the country, including to the regions of southern and eastern Ukraine which are currently facing a direct threat of Russian aggression. In terms of security measures, a greater Western military presence in the Black Sea region is clearly needed. There should also be a significant increase in direct military assistance to Ukraine, with a particular focus on air defense. Lingering uncertainty over Ukraine's geopolitical direction fuels Russian aggression. With this in mind, it is vital to strengthen Ukraine's ties to the Western world. This could mean either progress towards NATO membership or some form of enhanced bilateral security agreement with the US. Any deepening of ties would send a strong message to Putin that his efforts to prevent Ukraine's Euro-Atlantic integration through the use of military force are counterproductive.